Hello and welcome back for part 2 of our Melee Necromancer guided playthrough, and hopefully we make it to part 3. I am Chuck the Testus and let's get right into it. So first of all, if you don't have a belt yet, buy a belt, you psychopath. Get rid of all those pesky little demon blood filled vials and get better one. What I actually mean by that is buy yourself some decent potions, because minor pots are not going to cut it anymore. And yeah, I kinda forgot about it, but the next action you wanna take in Act 2 is to get yourself a mercenary. They can tank some pretty good shit, and we are very squishy as a necromancer, so we definitely can get that help. But since I forgot, I'll just do the quest, and then we get one. Talking about quest, always use Tiz Entrance first. Why? Because level 2 is right next to it, always. Either on the left side or the right side, just choose a path, follow it a bit. If the stairs aren't there, turn around, check the other side. As for the sewers level 2 and 3, I don't think there's much to follow to guide you through those areas. There are some map details that can guide you through it, but we will not be covering everything in there because it gets very complicated and most of it comes from repeated walkthrough. You end up getting the hang of how rooms are supposed to look when there is another path leading ahead or if it's a dead end. In sewers level 2 you saw me head towards the left side. The last room there was two pathways with a square shaped block in the middle. If I kept going ahead, I would have found the waypoint. I don't give a crap about this waypoint, so I turned around to save some time. Very often, in this area, the room you are looking for is different depending on which side the stairs are situated in. And when the room is on the top side, this is what it actually looks like most of the time, although there are some variations. In level 3, we will simply pick a wall to follow and stick to it until we find the boss. It will be in a direction different than our entrance. So in this case, it could be left side, top side or right side. I got lucky and picked the good side right away. Anyway, back to town, we'll go straight ahead and pick a mercenary. It will be super helpful and it will keep us alive, that's the important part here. For a melee build, I always pick the offensive merc that has blessed aim, because I hate having to attack 8 times in a row to hit a monsters. It sucks. We also have a poison smart charm with 3-second duration in our inventory. If we hit an enemy, it will cause our skill duration to last 3 seconds instead of 2. So there's that to consider. It will not work if we don't hit the monsters. Even though the poison cloud will appear, it will not cause the extension of duration because we didn't hit the monster. In Act 2, the outside maps are similarly to Act 1 maps in a square but sometimes more rectangular shape. Here, the exit to the next area will always be at the clean corner of the map. What I mean by clean corner is a non-indented area. The shape of the square is not cut in or cut out. As you see at the entrance of the map, it's dented and the space square isn't well shaped, meaning we will not find the next area here. So it could be to the top left or top right corner. Also keep in mind that most maps outside of Act 2 town are leaning towards the left side or top side. There are a few maps that lead to the right side, but those are very few in comparison, and it's most of the time safer and faster to just check the left and top corners first. This reasoning is true for Rocky Waste, Dry Hills, Far Oasis, and a Lost City. As you can see on the map, the circles shows the area that can spawn at an entrance. As the square is dented, the wall prevents it from spawning here. So the next spot we want to check are the top left or top right for the next area. Ideally we want to find the waypoint in Far Oasis before proceeding to the Hall of Dead. This will allow us to save some time and not have to run all the way from either house to level 2 or town. Now maps past Rocky Waste will have a second layer that covers the top or left side of the area. So to check the map corners, you will have to climb the stairs to reach the top layer. And please, don't do like I just did here, you should stay further away from the wall so you have a better chance at spotting the owl for the cube. When you find it, leave a portal in front and try to get to the Oasis waypoint. Sadly, there is no way to know where the waypoint will be spawning, so yeah, you can cry a bit if you're doing a speedrun. For the Halls of Dead, it's most of the time rather simple to navigate here. Put your back against the wall that has no path to follow. From there, place yourself as your character. You want to head towards your left side. So in my case, I went to the right side instead, just to prove my point. The same will be true for the next level as well, although it can have some intricate path that could change things up a bit. So as mentioned, place your back against the wall. In this case, the path will be to the left. But I went ahead and did the other paths first, just to show what it looks like. And it will be the same for level 3. Although for level 2 and 3, there can be a different map that spawns like this. The left side will be the bottom side, the top side will be the left side, and the right side will be the top side. If you put yourself against the wall, you may see a room on the other side as you can see in the picture. When this happens, you still want to try the left path first, but in case it doesn't lead to that room, you want to switch side right away and try the right side instead. But anyway, as you've seen right now, I did all the path of all 3 levels and the right way was always to the left. So this should be fairly easy to navigate from now on. Alright, so inside Maggot Lair, level 1 and 2, the entrance will always be to the right of the way you exit the starting area. So as you see on the left image, we exit the entrance to the left, so right will be the top side. If you exit the entrance to the bottom, like the second image, right becomes the left side. This gives a pretty good idea on where you should proceed from there. Once again, I am doing exactly the contrary to what I just said, it's simply to show you guys the map layout. I know in Project Diablo 2, the map layout is pretty well upgraded in comparison to Vanilla. The ways are much wider, and I don't mind this area as much as I did back in the day. But once you get back to Diablo 2 Vanilla, you will absolutely love this trick. As for the third level, no matter the exit from the entrance area, it will always be at the top. In this exact way, entrance to the room facing down. So just head straight towards top in your left and right paths as much as possible. Alright, so we are back at Far Oasis, we are looking for Lost City, and as every other map in this place, it will be located in a clean corner of the square map. And it will be exactly the same trick to find Valley of the Snake in Lost City. In Claw Viper Temple, it is very similar to Hours of the Dead. You do the same trick, place your back against the wall, and you want to go to the left side. I forgot to mention in Hours of the Dead, but when I say go to the left side, it's because the room we are looking for will be facing that side. So it doesn't mean the next area cannot be on another side with the room facing that position, but with the way maps layouts are, it will very often be that way. Okay, we are in the Harem. This place is very complicated, you see, a real labyrinth. If you get lost, you may never come back out. Basically, you will spawn in the top right or bottom left area depending on which entrance from the palace you choose. And you need to head to the corner closest to you. Then, you repeat that amazing labyrinth solving process until you reach Palace Cellar level 3. I know, it was a bit complicated, but don't worry, it will get easier. Once you reach level 3, the Arcane area will always be at the exact same spot, right in the middle of the map, which will be accessible from the left side. Ah, the Arcane Sanctuary. This is definitely the fanciest area in the game for speedrunners. The easiest solution for this area is to trust your luck. So choose a path, choose it wisely, because you may end up regretting that decision. Then follow that path to the end. If the summoner isn't there, repeat for another path until you find that hiding piece of shit. Finally, to reach the Tal Rasha tombs, open your quest log and check the last quest. It will show the symbol you need to find. Luckily, the tombs always spawn in the same spot, so you only need to memorize which way is the symbol you have. Luckily, the tombs always spawn in the same spot, so you only need to memorize which way is the symbol you have. Starting with the one furthest to the left is a circle, then moon, then square. In the top corner is the sun, then to its right is the double arrows, triangle, and finally the circle over the moon. So in my case it will be the one furthest to the right. As with Hours of the Dead, the wall without a path will be the beyond point. From there you want to follow the left side because the room will be facing that position. Once more, I spent some time running around so you can see the map layout and see why it can be any other way. So yeah, we finally made it to the boss, Duriel. Depending on your starting class, this boss can be a very tough fight. So if you are playing on player 8, remember to set it back to player 1. Go to town, buy yourself some pots, if you have rejuve, bring them along. And don't forget to buy a few thawing potions. Similarly to antidotes, those will boost your cold resistance, so Duriel won't totally destroy you. Drink a few of those, as the effect lasts for 30 seconds, drinking many of them will stack the duration. Leave a few to your merc if you want. Then proceed to the chamber, be cautious, this boss hurt a lot. And yes, this is it! We made it to the end! Congratulations! But yes, I do hope you enjoyed the playthrough. if you have any suggestions how I could improve this, just leave a comment below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped you, I hope you enjoyed it, and until then, see you next time. Bye bye!